Hi, thanks for tuning in to our latest digital online marketing lesson. Allow me to introduce who we are. We are a strategic marketing company by the name of Nina's Ninjas, and we specialise in the development and use of marketing metrics. We have been sent here today to analyse your organisational problems and objectives and offer some solutions through the use of metrics. And our goal is for you to understand how metrics can assist in measuring 1. The levels of customer satisfaction, and 2. The ability to provide a positive customer experience. Our case study for this lesson is the University of Wollongong Campus East Student Accommodation. In this new training session, you'll learn about 4 key metrics to apply to your organisation. These metrics include customer satisfaction, retention rate, abandonment rate, and penetration share. Let's begin, shall we? The objectives we wish to achieve with Campus East Accommodation is to increase customer satisfaction levels and to ensure a positive customer experience. The first metric that we will utilise is the customer satisfaction metric. By definition, customer satisfaction is the number of customers whose experience with a firm's products or services exceeds the specified satisfaction goal. Customer satisfaction is generally based on survey data and expressed as a rating, but it's important to note that satisfaction must be looked at over time in order to get comparative results. It is also common for this metric to be measured on a 5-point scale. Take a look at this example of a satisfaction survey, and note how strategic questions will be asked by the organisation in order to get useful and relevant information. Our suggestion for Campus East Accommodation would be to send out a resident survey multiple times throughout the year, during the first week of session and the mid-session break, for example. By acknowledging that many students are time poor during session, this would allow for optimum response rates. This would also allow for the manager or strategic planner for Campus East to compare the results and identify if levels of satisfaction have dropped. Our second metric for use is retention rate. When looking at this metric, we identify the students seeking out accommodation and their role as customers. Retention rate is defined as the ratio of customers retained to the number at risk and is closely linked to customer profitability, as high retention rate is essential for growth. This metric is used to track changes among active customers and allows us to ask key questions like, have we delivered a positive experience, or where can we increase retention? So let's take a look at this example. If a study found that at the start of 2015 there were 100 student residents, and by 2016 there were only 91 student residents, we can identify a loss of 9 student residents in which a retention rate of 91% is highlighted. So, what we do know is that retention rates are the byproduct of improved quality of student life. And the higher the retention rate, the greater the success of Campus East achieving their objectives. And by using both retention rate and customer satisfaction metrics, Campus East can use this knowledge to influence their future decisions. So this brings us to our third metric, abandonment rate. This metric measures the percentage of carts that were abandoned before completion, often in online transactions. So in the case of Campus East, it can be used to acquire the amount of users who abandoned the transaction during the application process. When applying for accommodation online, students are asked for a $73 application fee. By looking at the data collected, it could provide an indication of the amount of users who did not complete this process. It can also be used as a good indicator of satisfaction levels, as accommodation managers can evaluate whether students feel like they are receiving value for money or not. And with this information, they may even decide to re-evaluate their application fee. Our fourth and final metric to use is penetration share, which is the number of customers who have purchased a brand over the number of customers who have purchased a product in the category. By looking at this metric, we get an indication of comparative acceptance and attitudes about a specific brand. We use this metric to track improvements or decline of customer experience comparative acceptance. A 2016 Living Report showed that Campus East housed 616 out of 1,983 students. So this means Campus East's penetration share is 31% relative to their competition. Let's take a look at what we've learned. We identified customer satisfaction, abandonment rate, penetration share, and retention rate as 4 key metrics. We also made note of the importance in the metrics being used in relation to each other. For more information from your metrics specialist, head on over to our website, and thanks for listening.